You are welcome to the travel log of the great Siddhar Ramadevar alias Yakobu. He had attained his Jeeva Samathi, here in Alagar Kovil, which is situated at the top of the hill, up above the shrine of goddess Raakachi Amman, at the distance of 7 km from that shrine. The saints and the Jeeva Samathi means that their physical body couldn't decay, since there could be the existence of magnetic force in every cell of their physical body, which could act as the life force, and could remain in the same status, except their soul departed from the physical body, having voluntarily accepted by the saints. So, this is the status of life, even after the death. Ramadevar, who belonged to 14th century, had lived in Nagapattinam in Tamil Nadu, India. As he was, formerly, a staunch devotee of goddess Durga, he prayed her with songs he had composed, and had run his life in the service of goddess Durga. Once, Siddhar Ramadevar had a chance to go to Varanasi, that is, now, called as Kashi, the holy place for Hindus. There, he found and picked the statue of the Siddhar Samathi Muni, which he had it as a treasure. He had been signaled by his inner conscious that the statue should be at Nagapattinam. He had taken that statue there, and built a temple for Siddhar Samathi Muni, and consecrated the statue there at the temple. Siddhar Ramadevar worshipped that idol of the Siddhar Samathi Muni, for day and night, even without thinking of food and water. As he had been fierce in his devotion, he had been gifted with some siddhis. That is, rare boons, by the Siddhar Samathi Muni. One of the siddhis, that the Rasamani has its unique place in Siddha's secrets. The Rasamani has been originated from the white liquid metal, mercury, by a special process of mixing some rare herbs with it, and had changed its state, from liquid to solid. The mercury has its own strange features in the field of Siddha medicine, and it's been called as the semen, that is, sperm of Lord Shiva by the Siddhas. When the liquid metal, mercury, is being mixed with some rare medicinal herbs, its natural state of liquid form has been changed to solid form, and this solid bead is called as Rasamani. When this Rasamani has been tied with one's body as talisman, which is said to be an object marked with magic signs, and believed to confer on its bearer supernatural powers or protection. This could be also colloquially called as Tayathu in Tamil language. This is the secret of the Rasamani. An advanced stage in the Rasamani secret was that, if one who had possessed this with them, could have got the magic power of raising their body up in the sky, and could roam in the sky, by which one could reach the place wherever they wanted to go. Since Ramadevar had consecrated the idol of Satyanathar, and worshipped him for a long time, he had been gifted with many cities, out of them, one which had been the Kahanakaligai Shuchumam, that is, talisman secret, alias the Rasamati Shuchumam. By this secret, he had done the sky traveling for the first time, and without his knowledge, he reached the Mohammedans' holy city Mecca. The Mohammedans, having seen the new appearance of Ramadevar, had inquired him about his whereabouts, with some fear. As he didn't know their language, he explained them, by the signing method, that how he truly came there. They thought that he had been the messenger of Allah, and forced him to undergo the Muslim ritual of Sunnah, and also changed his name to Yaqubu. Ramadevar also accepted all those rites, having thought that all had been the holy place of the Siddhar Satyanathar. He had stayed at Mecca, and been practicing like a doctor, and as the messenger of Allah. He had composed a lot of book works, in Arabic language, and at his final days, he had come to Nagapattinam. This had been described in the Yaqubu Khandam 600, his book work, which has been the authentic proof about his old name and the name change. Powers of Siddhas. To become tiny as the atom within the atom, which is called as anima. To become big in unshakable proportions, which is called as mahima. To become as light as vapor in levitation, which is called as lagima. To become as heavy as the mountain, which is called as garima. To enter into other bodies in transmigration, which is called as prapti. To be everywhere in omnipresence, which is called as vasitvam. To be in all things, omnipervasive, which is called as prakamya. To be Lord of all creation in omnipotence, which is called as Esattvam. All these 8 supernatural powers have been collectively called as Astama Siddhis. Siddhas consider mercury, gold, honey, and waraghu, that is ragi, as indestructible items. These things have the quality to retain their original characteristics for many centuries. They have divine power in them. It is an axiom that one who consumes waraghu rice, as a routine, could certainly attain the body very strong as vajra, that is, as like as steel. With these 4 articles, the Siddhas had formulated a unique way to change the normal human body, to obtain Kaya Siddhi. On the fine morning of 29th March, Saturday 2014, I, with one of my colleagues, and with two of my neighbors reached Alagar Kovil, in order to worship the Jeeva Samathi of the Siddhar Ramadevar. The day when I reached there, that is, at the footsteps of the shrine of goddess Raakachi Amman, around 9 a.m. It's advisable, for those who want to worship the Jeeva Samathi of the Siddhar Ramadevar, be there at before 7 a.m., since the time taken for this holy trip has been approximately 4.5 an hour, covering the distance of 14 km totally. The path starting from the shrine of goddess Raakachi Amman to the Jeeva Samathi of the Siddhar Ramadevar has been quite difficult, as this path consists of many ups and downs, and steep and narrow. It's advisable to wear track shoes, rather than cheppals, as most of the path have been narrow, and rough and hard. Again, please hold one long stick, as it could help in getting downwards. The most important thing one should aware in this holy trip is watching the arrow marks carefully, or otherwise, you could have been diverted at more than 3 places. Water is the most important thing one should have held with.